Anyways, welcome to the shadow band capital of YouTube, one of them at least. It's a tourist attraction of shadow bandness. Um, today is going to be the Sentinels, teachers from Uranus, Astral Waters, Winter Moon. I just came there automatically, so we'll just let the astral energies connect with that. And also we're actually in the Aries energies right now. I think we are. I can't remember now. I think so. So we connect to Aries. Also, that's the Ram. So basically, it's Ram beings, and I'll try to chime into that a little bit. See what we get with that. Sentinel beings are. I wasn't expecting it, so I saw that in Tuesday's channeling. I'm doing also a video for the shadow or mystery school a little bit into that, so I figure I'd go into that. Haven't quite got there yet with the mystery school on that. I made a recording, but I haven't posted it yet. But the Sentinels, I wasn't expecting the Uranus energy. But when I did a Tuesday channeling, I saw Sentinel beings. They're really tall and manipulating our reality and not really caring what they do to our place. You know, they figured they're at a vibration where they can do whatever they feel like. Until we get to their point, we have to endure all of this. Of course, it's also for us to learn from each other, teach each other. People wonder about what their purpose in life is. Is this basically sharing your energies, just being yourself, basically? And because your information is being downloaded into this reality. So when you're done doing that, you leave, basically. Now, did you learn anything or not is another story. You can go through a challenge, but it doesn't mean you'll learn anything from it. A lot of people don't learn anything. So obviously it's different for everyone. But yeah, it's whatever. Oh yeah, the cats are running around like they lost their minds. They might make an appearance in the background, maybe. You know, this is their place. I just keep it up for them. You know, this is their residence. They live here longer. They have more time here than I do. So, okay. This is Avatar.com. We have price sessions. We have the scheduler. We have the shop. I didn't get to do much here. I'm just worn out. We have the same situation here. We have the webinar, social network, and behind the scenes. And we have the space program conference in May, the first week of May. Also, you can, if you want to book a session early, you can always do it there too. This is one place. I mean, this is probably a way. I mean, if you do it here or do it there, it doesn't really matter. Whatever works for you. So one way you get it in now if you want to. So of course we're in Aries energies, the Ram. I'll tap into them later. So the Sentinels, like then at least what I've been shown, it look like this. Obviously, there are a lot of other beings that look like that too, but the ones I was like, now this is from the movie AI, and I wasn't really expecting to see beings like this at all. So it just appeared. I mean, and they do have artificial intelligence in their field. Of course, we do too, to a certain level. So we're a little bit of everything. So. But they're not as friendly as that. They even look a little bit insectoid there, but yeah, it's just beings that don't have to go through our lessons, basically. They don't like that. So, oh yeah, the whole. I guess I'll go into this real quick. If that matters. So, let's see here. I wasn't going to go into this, but. It's kind of madness. Let's see here. I mean, this is just a point of view. But with Musk connecting to Twitter, that kind of shows his. I mean, he's had a pretty much a convenient life overall, So he's had a whole life of obvious conveniences. So him doing this whole Twitter thing pretty much shows he's part of the system, basically, because Twitter's the system. If you weren't part of the system, you wouldn't be getting anywhere. And Tesla is exactly is solving everything. So there's some positives there, of course, but is he a hero? If he wants to be your hero, you give him your power all you want, but whatever. We've seen that work with Trump. That doesn't go very well. So when you put all this energy in these heroes, it's supposed to save us, make things better. You get what you pay for it. So. A lot of people, some people want to give away their power. Well, when the aliens show up, a lot of people are going to be worshiping them. So, just the nature of the beast here. So, Sentinel teachers from Uranus. I was really surprised they came from Uranus, but because usually I don't feel anything negative from them, but these guys are pretty tough. So, I imagine they come from other places too, but. They don't really want me to know where they come from, but at least it's something else to tap into. Oh, yeah, there's the other thing about the Sentinels. I forgot about this. So I tapped into them before. This is nothing new. But they also, this is where that name comes from, these type of beings, a little tall. I tapped into these guys before, and I got kind of like an attack from them. So they are real. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I even felt the dragon energy trying to heal the energies that they were bringing in. So, yeah, it's not something you really, you just have to tap into it and see what you get from it. So, here we go. All right, we're connected to Sentinels and see what we get from that. All right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. We are a sentinel consciousness. We're not here to interfere with your reality, voice in this communication. But yes, there are sentinel beings that feel like they own your reality, own your world. Well, because if you're not going to take care of your world, they will. Because humanity is not aware of their powers and abilities. So there are alien beings, not just the sentinel beings. There are many other beings that rule your earth until you're ready to take ownership of it. Now, many of you are opening up your abilities and going more into the astral realms, and that is. But many of you, why you incarnated as human to begin with, is to help the humans discover their abilities. So you wonder why it's so difficult here. Now, there are some that are here to just give guidance, and that's it. I mean, they're here to help people discover their abilities, but it's mostly guidance. Guidance meaning just get through their life. Doesn't mean they're going to go through a massive upgrade. A lot of souls are not quite ready for an upgrade at a higher scale because they still have a lot to learn from this third dimensional reality. But those of you who are going to a third dimensional or a fourth dimensional, fifth dimension reality, yes, you downgraded yourself to be part of the system, to be part of all of it. It's up to humanity to discover. So many, so those that aren't really, they feel like they're expanding spiritually, but also the ego is ruling them. They're not done with this physical realm. But many of you are actually done with it. But you're here to assist it. Meaning you don't really need it. You do need it, but you don't need it. It's like you can, you feel like, yes, you've learned these lessons. You might not have learned them all completely. There's still a lot to be understood. There's a lot of, just because you went through the lesson doesn't mean you learned a whole lot. From Uranus, there are beings here from Uranus as to help calm the vibrations here, the best of your abilities. Humans still have a lot of physical depth to go into, trusting themselves, Yes, many want to win the lottery and things of that kind. But that's very physical. I'm not quite let go of the physical teachings here. As an astral being, monetary energies are important, but not as important. But it's basically how you're assisting humanity. So basically, money is a tool, to help you reach others, connect with others, and others is for survival, but it's also to bring in some form of awakening. Basically, the humanity doesn't have to go through this anymore. Obviously, many still need to, but most don't have to go through these type of trials anymore. But connecting to, ending these tests here is difficult for many to comprehend. They feel like this is the way it is. And that's why many of you come here to at least show them the way of another side of themselves. It could be a word, it could be a sentence, it could be a paragraph. It doesn't have to be much. You can bump into someone at the supermarket, and that's all you needed to do. So it's just, you're leaving your vibration here, your doorway to the astral realms, to the higher dimensional realms. Just all the things that you believe in, higher dimensional realities, all these multiple realities. There's so much it's hard to comprehend in this world, but you're just tapping into this physical just for a short time. It feels like it's a long time. It's actually quite short. And just chiseling into this hardcore, hard thinking reality. It just does not want to change its ways for anything. So this is why I see more of the spiritual movements getting stronger, but also the complexity. Of course, there's a lot of darkness with the spiritual movements too. We're going to see eventually the wizard beings that are controlling reality. And so, beings from the universe that are quite complicated. There are beings in the universe that created prison worlds, just like this one. They're actually more difficult, impossible to break out of. But at least you're in a prison reality. Here you know it, but you're not fully aware of it. I mean, some just take it, but other worlds, they make it obvious that you are in a prison world. This one they do, but there's also a lot of freedoms here. If this was a true prison planet, you won't be able to go to the beach. You won't be able to go to lakes, rivers, camping, vacations. None of that will exist. No traveling to Europe or traveling anywhere. It'll be all gone. So there is some positives here. There's still difficulties because others are trying to turn this world into a prison, basically. Those are politicians. A lot of your politicians are basically synthetic beings, meaning they're there, but they're not there. They're kind of robotic energies. They're tools. And it's up to society. Well, society is it's many souls that have been lost on lost worlds. They come here to break themselves out. Some are not used to being free. They're used to being shut down for a long time. So they actually come here to awaken. So the awakening can go on the ascension can go on for a very long time. Yes, when your world no longer needs these tests anymore. Yeah, no one, when you notice, like, for example, sleep. Well, if your society says we no longer need sleep anymore, we no longer need food anymore, we can connect to the vibrations. So obviously the lower frequencies make you want to eat and all that, quite understood. But there are beings here that feel that humanity is not ready for a higher dimensional experience. So they're actually testing you they're going to pressure you as much as they can until you no longer want to be tested anymore. And many of you are saying no more. Others are saying, keep on, give it to me. Oh, this is happening. That's happening. They're not ready to let go of this place just yet. So alien beings come here extremely selfish and test humanity. It's like, oh, they want the pressure. We'll give them more challenges. And they keep on doing it. Now, many of you are pulling away from that the best you can, but others are accepting it easily. So it's a complicated race you have here situation, but more messages like this, basically, we don't need these challenges. Yes, these challenges are always going to exist. We don't have to exist. You don't have to be like this. but it's so consuming, it's hard to think clearly. But us as sentinel beings, right now we're speaking on ascension. Well, some beings feel they need to test your world hard, challenge your world as hard as they can for you to come out of this quicker, cause more negativity. So it speeds things up, actually. Yes, it might be boredom here currently, but humanity gets tired of being challenged. Yes, it has challenges, but it doesn't always want a world event. It wants a breather. It wants to take the kids to school, fix the lunches and things like that. Do a math, class or whatever it is, or go to college or whatever it is. They don't want to deal with world events and pandemics and things like that. So that's why you feel this kind of slowness, at least in some parts of the world. Some other parts are, it's like Ukraine is being refurbished, turned around. And Russia's going through it internally also. Europe is going through it too. It's being changed from the inside out. They might not always realize it, but it's happening. Greetings. My name is Leviticus from the Astral realms. So yes, there is a comfort zone in Astral to take it easy. There are, yes, basic winter places where you go to just calm your frequency. So basically you're in a winter setting, but it's not cold. You see snow out, but you don't really feel cold, but you like the environment. It's very healing energy. It's just some feel like with the winter, it's like, yes, it's freezing, the old energies. Even if there is you don't feel it, but the vibrations are there. It might not be cold, but the winter healing is there. So the watery energies, the fluid frequencies of Astral is basically you're just flowing to higher realms to just take a break from this reality, meaning that you can go into Astral and just swim. Just swim, sleep. I know you're sleeping here in the physical, but you can also go into Astral and sleep and connect to the moon vibrations and go into a deeper sleep. So you can go from one reality to another reality. That's why when you're coming back into your body, you can get paralyzed because you're coming fast back into your body. So the astral realms for many of you are already in those parallel realities, and we continue to do so. Some are very extremely physical bound, but many of you are not. It shows that you're in a last lifetime, but the more astral knowledge you have, of course, you're bringing more to this reality for others to connect with it, for others to, you can say, swim with you, go into the astral realms. Remember the spirit energies. And eventually that become more known. Basically, like when someone does cross over, everybody sees them spiritually. Right now, everyone's in mourning and crying because they're shut off from the spirit realms. And many will be afraid of the spirit realms too because they feel like they're dying. It's like, wait a minute, I'm seeing spirit beings now. Am I dying? No. So that's another reason why somebody shut off the spiritual belief system, because it feels like they're going to leave this physical body. They're not ready to let go. So if some of you know there's nothing to be afraid of, but others don't see it that way. They're holding on for dear life because they have all kinds of things to do with their physical realm. Now, the alien frequencies, many are actually, even spiritual people have evolved, some of them to a certain level, are absolutely terrified of the alien energies. Once again, when aliens connect to your world, the physical world is no longer going to be the same again. It will be physical, but not like it is now. But you get knowledge from them telepathically of how to make your world better. It's happening now, but obviously it's hard to implement it You're in a transition to eventually society will accept more of your ideas. Right now, many of you are being blocked, and it's so frustrating because many of you know you can help society become easier or living easier. Maybe not society, but the living conditions become easier. So eventually, that will become more known to you. There's a feline energy just coming through. So, but the astral realms are basically where many of you go to relax. Of course, you never want to leave. But the feline energies that are here that you see in the background is showing that the feline presence there, yes, is going through a great deal of their growth. Well, a lot of feline beings brought humans here. They brought them into this incarnation. It's like you need Earth. And many incarnate Earth actually to stop a lot of the wars that are going on in the universe. There are many wars going on in the universe right now. But when they come to this planet, when they feel all the denseness that they don't feel in other reality, in the higher dimensions, they feel maybe we shouldn't be at war anymore. And you notice how the words here is no, people don't want war. But that doesn't just go for this planet, it also goes to the universe. Because there are planets that are going through wars forever. And this world has a version of a war going on within the personal family energies. Many family members are not really open to spiritual belief system. They shut it down, and some of them are possessed by demonic energies, and now you're aware of it. But you have generations, and the new generations that are being born now are not having an easy time. But many of the spiritual vibrations are going to definitely increase with the new new generation. The more the spiritual energies doubles, duplicates, increases. At times it will decrease because there'll be divided belief systems of spiritual beliefs. But eventually spirituality will, the alien spirituality, the angels, non-religion spirituality will eclipse modern religion. Modern religion won't be able to handle it anymore. Yes, eventually they'll close down the Catholic churches. Not yet, of course. But one day that will. Not to say the problems of the world will be over just yet. Because now you have all these different beings that are astrally connected, have all these different ways of looking at things. So you still have a battle here. But that also means you're getting lighter here too. Some are going to become more dense, but they're also spiritual at the same time. So, but just right now, yeah, you're in a generation that's not quite ready for what you're bringing in, but this avalanche of ideas are going to continue to, with each generation, is going to get stronger. So, like we see with the Bible, for example, yes, not going to religious direction, but was showing how the Bible became popular. Spirituality will eclipse that one day. Well, it's going to dissect the Bible more than ever has before. So the Bible will still be there, but spirituality will start to tear everything apart. And there's nothing wrong with that because you're showing different aspects of yourself. Yes, there'll be some manipulations there, but that's normal. But overall, you're opening up your reality. So you just see different timelines of everything. It's going to be confusing, but the universe is confusing. Again, it doesn't have to be. Blessings. Greetings. We are Aries. Yes, the Ram, yes, we do have Ram beings, yes, that are kind, gentle, but also those that push agendas. So you're learning from Aries, simplify things. Yes, there are different constellations become more known. There are also constellations that are not mentioned that will become known. Some of you will just see them in your energy field. There are worlds, yes, we have 3 arms, 4 arms, no arms, just an energy source, energy being. There's you have a form here, but a lot of beings don't have a form, they're just energy. And it's not quite, yeah, some species, yes, they call it the God source. Sometimes they're correct on that, sometimes they're not. But you see that in your biblical times of energy fields that come off as God and all that. But there's going to be a time where the non-physical and the physical, maybe it's connecting more to your non-physical energies and just see yourself as, yes, a golden being, a silver being, a blue being, whatever it might be. And this form is just, it's for this world, but that's not what you are. And that would become more known. And one day, maybe in your lifetimes, it all depends, where more of your knowledge becomes known in society. It's like, yes, I'm a non-physical being and living in a human body. That's going to be popular in your society. You already have gender fluid and all those things, but then you have, I'm a non-physical being here. which all advertises the soul. More of it makes it more normal, not complacent, but part of. And society doesn't really recognize the soul. It does to a certain level, but it's always so obsessed with material possessions, which is understandable. But think about that. When more non-physical beings start remember their astral realms, and you can literally see the details of it and bring you here to this reality. And that's where there'll be a divide within society. Once again, non-physical beings and physical will come into your reality. It's happening now, but it's not well known. Yes, connections to Saturn will eventually, basically, as you connect more to your non-physical self, you see the attachments easier, as some of you already are with your own healing abilities. You can remove attachments, you can remove energy from you that's from family members or a relationship, whatever it might be. So you tap in more to your non-physical self, your soul, basically. You feel more of the light body coming through. And it doesn't mean you have to manifest things physically because you're an energy manifestation. Why do you need to manifest a car or a truck or anything like that? What's the point of all those things? It's connecting more to the spirit realms and letting people know how distracted this world really is. You'd be surprised that your elite that's running your world, there might be only 1 or 2 people doing it. And they're not known. They're hidden. But they have such an energy influence that they're popular. Their ideas are popular here. And that's how powerful some beings are. You think it's like a group of beings manipulating reality, but what if it's only 2 people? It's not Adam and Eve. No. But they have manipulated realities in their past. So it's just basically how you dissect your reality. Atlantean traumas are still being healed here. There's, of course, the alien, the Palladian, the Syrian energies are still being healed. A lot of them made a lot of mistakes here. But they didn't realize that basically a lot of these aliens are stuck here. Maybe not of a negative, but they didn't realize they knew they're going to come to this world to assist it, but they didn't feel like they were going to be staying here forever. And they're bringing their worlds here. Just had no idea. So they're even still wondering how they ever got here to begin with. The Iron, the Palladians, and the Syrian beings, and so on, always realize because their histories have been tainted also. This world absorbs other planets. As an Aries energy, for us, yes, we live more of a simple life, but we have human experiences. We have material experiences. We have, yes, artificial intelligence. For us, we're just less dense, but still have problems. still create technologies you shouldn't be probably creating, but we do it anyway because we need to challenge ourselves. Battles with different beings. Some of them are insectoid, actually, but nowhere near as dense as this planet. Like we see insectoid beings appear and cause difficulties. We get together, try to heal it, do the best we can, and then we get a break and finally we get to rebuild and connect to each other again. But this world is still, as you know, locked down. Well, because it has lessons here, you can say it refuses to learn, or beings that think you need to continue to learn them, even if you've already learned them. So it's up to society to break free, of course. It is slowly, but it goes backwards a lot, as you can see. Because it feels like it doesn't need to learn these things. It feels like all this spiritual energy is all nonsense. The channeling energies is nonsense. Because it's not ready to let go of the physical teachings here. The physical realm, when you're ready to heal and move forward, all this channeling energy makes more sense. But when you don't want it, there's different type of channeling energies. Channeling energies that keep you physical. There's channeling energies that keep you non-physical, to move you forward, off planet. Not many are really ready for that. So,